There's always one moment when you look back where everything changed. For me, it wasn't some big win. It was when I realized I built a life that looked good on paper, but felt nothing fucking like me. I was burnt out, spinning plates, saying yes to everyone but myself. And the hardest part, I thought everyone else was normal. Everyone around me seemed fulfilled by that blueprint. Climb the ladder, chase and chase, continue to settle for less. But deep down, I knew that just wasn't my path. And now I realize I wasn't broken. I was just misaligned. What came next? It changed everything. I got really radically honest with myself about who I was, what I wanted, and what I was no longer just going to be available for. And today, I'm going to walk you through the shift that took me from that place to designing a life I'm actually proud of. Let's reel it back about 4 months ago. I was in a place where I was feeling ultimately stuck. I didn't really have a why or a sense of purpose or a sense of really who I was in that moment and who I wanted to become. But I remembered there was this simple method that I'd used before in my life when I was at a crossroads like this. I call it the take a leap and figure it out as you go method. Other people call it the fuck around and find out method. There's multiple ways of labeling what this process is all about. But essentially what it is trusting that you must follow your intuition, you must follow your impulses about the next chapter of your life, the next version of you that you're ultimately about to step into. It doesn't always mean that you're going to have the most clarity when these decisions are made. Most of the time you won't. But it's trusting that you'd rather take the leap than be 80 years old and regret not going for it. Because you can always change and update and elevate life later on and make changes that need to be made. But you can't go back on regrets. And ultimately, nobody wants to live with regrets when they're 80 years old or later in life. So with that method, I decided it was time to pretty much blow up my life. And I had it all lined up. I had the house, I had a dream 9-to-5 job, what used to be a dream 9-to-5 job to me, but it really wasn't my dream. It was somebody else's blueprint dream the whole time. And I blew that up, and I left the United States and moved to Costa Rica. Not because I had it all figured out, but because I knew that if I didn't move to Costa Rica, I would always regret it. And I didn't want to live with regret. That decision changed everything. So when I made the move to Costa Rica, it wasn't just changing locations, changing countries. I've moved to different countries before and lived all over the world. It wasn't just that. It was a mindset shift, a mind shift, using this method again. And in using this method, my life began to change because I realized that I had opened the door for the next version of me to step in. I had come to terms with the fact that I was evolving and growing into the next best version of myself. And what did that version do ever since moving to Costa Rica? Started a brand new business where I'm helping men do the exact same thing that I've done. I'm providing a bridge for them to go from the person that they are to ultimately the person that they want to become. When I made that decision, now I consistently make over 10K a month working on a passion project versus working on somebody else's dream, fulfilling somebody else's dream. Now I work on my dream. I fulfill my dream by helping others because it's always been what I wanted. to help others see that they can live more, that they can be more, and they can ultimately achieve all the goals that they have in this life. This is the method that took me ultimately to where I am today, where I use freedom to ignite as the thing that drives me, the thing that wakes me up in the morning, the thing that continues to put a smile on my face. People ask why. I always am smiling. I smile because I am able to. Every human has the ability to smile, and I smile because I'm sitting here living my truth, living my purpose, tapping in here with you from Costa Rica, telling you that you can achieve anything you want to achieve by making the right shifts and installing the right habits and choosing to design your life versus living by default. Listen, your life doesn't change by accident. It changes by decision. It takes one bold choice for you to just stop drifting and to start building something that's real. That's what the North Star method is all about. Listen, if you're a purpose-led man who's ready to finally lead his own life, check the link in the description. You were never meant to settle, my friend. Let's build a life that reflects who you really are. I'll see you on the inside.